It's a beautiful Thursday morning. Yes, here at Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, we do believe it is so for all of you viewers out there, and especially on a day like this when significant history is being made in Nigeria. This is welcoming you on board OSBC TV, AM Cafe, 113 on Star Times 502 on Free TV. My name is Benga Famino, welcoming you on board. Yes, history has been made today because precisely 60 years ago, one of the significant agencies in Nigeria was created. That's the Immigration Services on 1st August 1963, 3 years after Nigerian independence. With me in the house to do justice to the credits and discredits of this agency, the roadmap so far, and the way forward, especially at this time when it seems almost every Nigerian wants to run away from the country. Where is Immigration Services in all of this? When all citizens run away, who remains in the country? There is a lot more to be discussed on the show this morning, and with me is the Comptroller of Immigration Services in Osun State. Please welcome with me Mrs. Abaluke Oladoyin Bewaji, PPC, right? Oh, yes. Okay, PCC.
PCC.
Okay, what is the PCC?
Past Government College.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Thank you very much, ma'am. And a very quick one behind the scene. There was something I said to my colleague, the service PRO, yesterday, that I've always been confused about controller. I thought customs people are the ones that use controller, but I now explained that their own is controller.
Yes.
Your own is comptroller.
Controller.
Okay,
Yeah.
COMP. Yeah. That's a great one. Is it right to say congratulations to an average immigration personnel
Exactly,
today?
exactly. Because 60 years is a landmark.
Yeah.
It's a diamond jubilee. We have gone so far. So when you are 60, is the time for reflection, where you were, where you are now, and where you ought to be in the future. So we are rolling out our drums, telling people that we have come of age as an immigration service.
Definitely, it's been 60 years of the good, the bad, and the ugly.
It's always the case.
Yes.
Yeah, it's factor of growth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And but here we are, the agency still stands.
We are still standing to the glory of God.
Okay.
Yeah.
And well, I want to believe that it's not out of place to say you still have humongous challenges to face.
Definitely.
But let's talk about the credits so far to start with.
Yeah.
The achievements of the agency.
Yes. The journey started 1st of August 1963, and then, as we can see now, there were no technological development as we're having now. And so everything was done, just by normal standard then. But now we have employed a lot of technology, even in our dealings with the public, even in our issuance of visas, in our monitoring of our borders. A lot of improvement. Things are changing. Is no more what it used to be, because the world is evolving, so we are evolving with the world. Yeah.
Yes, definitely the service must have achieved a whole lot. Yes. Because at the beginning, I'm so sure the population of Nigeria today is assumed to be over 200 million. I don't think it was like that in the past.
It wouldn't be like that.
So definitely, and those were the days we only had regions. We didn't have all the states we have now.
Yeah. And people were not into traveling like that. Yes.
Yes.
So things are changing. The whole world is changing. A lot of people moving from one place to another. Nigeria itself, a lot of development are taking place. And so we have people coming in to invest in the country, and a lot of our citizens going outside the world even to impact the world, as you can see today.
All right, now talking about discredit, before we go to challenges and likely solutions, would it be right or wrong to put the blame of what has happened to the Nigerian passport so far, the green passport, that has been so much disrespected globally? Is it the Nigerian passport used to be so respected, but we do hear these days that it's no longer as so much respected as it used to be. I mean, please quickly comment on that.
Yeah, that may be due to certain other challenges. It's not that it's being disrespected as a passport on its own, the face value.
All right.
It's one of the best passports in the world. In fact, it's categorized as the number 4 in the world as it is in terms of security, according to ICAO standard.
Okay.
So there are lots of features that are imputed into the passport that is virtually forge proof. You cannot forge the passport in the sense before. People can wake up in the morning and get to the passport office, or maybe they were denied visa somewhere. They can just go to another place and get their passport done. But this has been curbed a great lot, in the sense that you can't just go to the passport office and ask us that you've been denied visa. You know, in the past you used to see people having 4 or 5 passports, which wasn't ought to be, you know. But these days, the passport has been so much imputed with so many security features that is virtually error-proof. You can't have 2 passports because the thumbprints have been imputed. And when you are traveling in major passports of the world now, everything seems to be contact. You don't need to talk to anyone. You just put your passport, you slot it in at the computer at the airport, and then it will read everything about you. And so you cannot have 2 information. You must have one, and that is where the passport issue is as today. And that is why we have collaborated with the NIMC, the Nigeria Identity Management Commission, in the issue of single identity. So in that wise, if your name is Samson Olaoluwa, you must maintain that arrangement. You cannot now go tomorrow and say you are Olaoluwa Samson. The information will say no, you are not the same person. So in your BVN, in your NIN, with the passport, everything will read about you. So we are going towards that world best practice of single identity. And so this is where we are today. We are still moving on. Things are still a lot of things in the pipeline.
Thank you. What are the roles of IMS, Immigration Service, in reputation building for Nigeria in the global community?
A lot. Our reputation in terms of security, we are playing a great role, in the sense that we have our sea border, the land border, and the air borders. And so you can't just come into the country. We collaborate with other nations. For example, we have a MIDAS system at our ports, whereby if you are coming into the country, you are a criminal. Everything about you will get to the Interpol on time, real time. And so in this wise, we are able to send back some people that we don't want from coming into our country. For example, the terrorists, all those people that the world maybe they have something to do with the security system. We have been able to curb and then prevent such from coming into us. For example, of recent we have some problems within the West African country. All our borders have been closed. And so the Nigerian immigration service is of great use in the security system of the nation. Thank you very much.
All right, okay. Well, we said we wanted to look at your credits, discredits, and challenges. Now, talking about challenges, we'll pick on the regular complaints about ease of accessing the passport. Of course, unlike some other countries where we hear that you may not even need to be physically present to have to renew your passport or to get a new one and things like that. When is IMS going to get to that stage? Nigerian Immigration Service, when will your service going to get to that stage?
We are getting there, especially with the introduction of the appointment system. With the appointment system, you don't just want to come to the passport office waking up one morning and then telling us that I need my passport now. No.
Okay.
No. So you wake up and then you don't even have to come to our offices any longer.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay. You are already aiming at something like
that. Exactly. You just look into your phone, check our website www.immigration.gov.ng. You just check and go to the site whereby you say application for passport. You just fill your form online.
Is that operational now?
It is.
Right now?
It is.
Okay.
That is the system now. But you know, our people, they still believe in third party. They want to say, it's not going, it's going, it's this. I don't even know what to do. You know, a lot of people, they are not computer literate to that effect. But we kept on telling them that this is easy. It's easy, it's less cost.
But how long would it take an online applicant, to have the booklet? How long would it take?
It takes everybody 3 weeks after collection, after enrollment for reissue.
All right.
And 6 weeks for fresh. Why 6 weeks for the fresh? Because we have to do some background checking concerning the information given to us. If you are truly a proper Nigerian, you must give us your state of origin certificate, you must give us your birth certificate, and then the NIN number. So in this wise, and everything must synchronize with what you want to do, whereby the form you filled, you are putting another name in a different, you know, some people will put Emilia Adeola Ojo, and then later they will now put Nkechi Catherine Ojo in the NIN. You know, they don't know that all these things must be in sync together before the passport process can continue. Whereby it's not in tune together, the computer will say error.
All these documents you're talking about, is it not implying that physical verification is required?
At times. For example, the first applicants, if you're applying for the passport for the first time, we must do our background checks. And that is why we say 6 weeks for fresh applicants.
Is that not also implying that first-timers may not be able to apply online?
They can.
But what about the physical verification?
Yeah, when you come, we open your file and then we do our check-ins.
Oh, okay. Yes, so after applying, that person will still have to show up physically?
You must show up physically with all your documents, and that will be when you come for the enrollment. So we do our checks, and then after doing the enrollment, we have at that time to conduct all whatever checks we want to do. Everything being equal, you have your passport in 6 weeks.
How serious a challenge is the current Nigerian population? The growing Nigerian population?
We are up to the task. We are up to the task. The growth is not our problem. It's just for us to produce passport and then give you your passport. So we are not bothered with that. We have we've been having passport booklets ready at all times.
Okay, it is assumed that you have offices, or do you call it command?
No, passport offices.
Every state.
Yes, for example, in Osun State we have 2 passport offices. We just opened the Ilesha in April, and we have our passport office in Osogbo here. The Ilesha passport office is a front office whereby you can apply, and then it will open your file, and then we still produce.
So every state has such an office?
Every state, they have a lot of offices concerning passport. For example, in Lagos, we are looking at about 6 passport offices now. Okay. So the passport offices are being opened, especially with our new acting CGIS. she declared the passport issue a state of emergency, and it's being looked into seriously. Yeah.
Okay. Now, talking about security aspects of immigration services in a country where it's still a huge complaint that there is no thorough database of citizens. Of course, unlike in advanced countries, someone can just a foreigner can just be stopped, and somehow we hear of countries where everybody that goes in and goes out is known from time to time, and operatives can just stop somebody by the roadside and ask for your passport and other things. We hardly see anybody being accosted in Nigeria to say, okay, here's your passport and things like that.
We do that. Our investigation unit, they don't wear uniform.
I'm sorry, nobody has ever asked me for something like that.
No, are you foreigner?
But there are other Africans that look like me.
Yes, we know them.
Resemble one another.
We know them. When we relate with them, we know them. And you know there is this ECOWAS treaty, free movement of citizens within the ECOWAS region. You can come in to work within us. But of recent, even in my command, we have been able to arrest some Egyptians that are selling pots on the road. This ought not to be so, because such menial jobs are for our citizens. So we've been able to arrest them, and the case is still on. Yeah.
How many years' time would we ever get to the stage of countries that use artificial intelligence to keep tab of their citizens?
We are growing. We are growing, and that is why immigration officers are all over the world. We are looking at world best practices. Some of us are well traveled and we see what is going on. For example, entering Canada, you just have to put your passport by the computer, and it will ask you certain questions, you fill it, and you don't talk to anyone. Whatever you put into it, it will just print it out for you, and then you continue with your journey. So very soon we are getting into that. And we cannot do this without money. Everything is investment. You know, if the government can help us by providing for all these things that will enhance our job, we are up to the task. And our officers are being trained and retrained every now and then. We have exchange programs all over the world. The IOM, the EU, they are all assisting us, even in so many trainings all over the world. So we are being exposed to world's best standards.
Back in 1963, perhaps, there were no desperations for traveling abroad. Perhaps.
Yeah, the economy was good. The economy was good.
Yes. But today, the reverse is the case. Almost everybody, especially the young bracket, wants to leave the country. Are you only involved in arresting, all those things you do? What roles do you play in public enlightenment? What roles do you play in educational aspect of this whole thing, to educate people about migration and situations around migration?
Yes, we try, because we have the anti-SOM unit, anti-smuggling of persons, either to call the anti-human trafficking unit. So this unit is saddled with the responsibility of lightening the populace of the ills of traveling in an irregular manner. Because we want, some of our youths wants to travel abroad. A big sister will come in from somewhere and they will say, I'm doing well abroad. Who wants to join me? I will be willing to sponsor. We have been asking and educating the masses to conduct necessary checks before allowing our children to follow such people. Because a lot of evils do take place whereby our children, the minor ones, are being used for prostitution abroad, and some of them, their organs were being harvested. And so we try to prevent this by educating the masses. If you are about to travel, travel in the legal, regular manner. Do not travel in an illegal way by telling you that somebody will cross you through the IC, want to go to Libya. We have a case at hand of somebody that the mother came to complain that the daughter was sent abroad without her consent. And we've been trying to reach out, but I think just yesterday the lady called. She's no more a minor, she's an adult. She said she's okay where she is, and she's now in Libya, you know. But after now, we know what is happening. A lot of them will start crying on the video and be telling the Nigerians that we should please rescue them. So everybody, there are ills, a lot of ills in the society. And so we should conduct our background checks very well. It's not all that glitters that is gold. We should know who we are. There are still good people that are willing to help. But whereby we fall into wrong hands is very, very bad. And there may not be room to come back to tell that story. So it's not about going abroad, but go in the regular and correct manner.
Controller, do you think it may help that if your service could interface more with schools?
Yes, that may be our line of projections from now henceforth. In fact, last 3 weeks we were in churches.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to church at the invitation of a church that they need to educate the youth. We need to educate the youth and tell them that this japa thing, there is no money that is being picked on the streets, even in the major countries of the world. You labor for it.
You labor for it.
And then you are exposed to harsh weather condition, and there is no help. You know, Nigerians will still look at you, will still say, what is wrong with you? Are you okay? Good morning. There, nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Everybody,
you're
on your own. And lots of frustration. People will go into depression.
Would you please use this opportunity to inform our people out there that in case somebody out there would like to walk up to your office to collaborate for enlightenment?
Exactly.
You do stuff like that.
Please. We do counseling. We do go out. Our investigation units, we do go out. The anti-SOM units, we do go out. We educate the masses, especially the young ones, on the ills of traveling in an irregular manner. If you must travel, you can go through the educational route. You can go through the permanent residency. For example, in Canada, there are skilled workers and unskilled workers that they are looking for. In fact, we have lots of information at disposal that we want to sell to the public, that this is how best to do it. So if we are invited, I can assure you we'll be there, and then we'll be able to counsel our young ones.
Thank you. On a wrapping up note, as we are marking 60th anniversary this week, what activities have you had so far, and what other activity do you still have?
Yes. This our 60th anniversary started on Tuesday, marking the 1st of August. That was the exact day. That was the date that the Immigration Service came into being. And so on that day we had, maybe people have seen us on the street, we had our rally enlightening the public and going round that it's a season of celebration. Yesterday we had our anniversary parade, whereby we relate with our officers, and then we gave out the information of the acting CGIS concerning this anniversary to the officers. In the afternoon yesterday we had our medical checks, and then we had the pension operators coming to educate us on life after retirement. Also in the evening we had a football, whereby we were able to win. We won the match with the FRSC. Wow. It was 1-0. So that was a good thing for us. It was time of season of jubilation and celebration. Today we'll be having our dignitaries coming from all over the state We have invited a lot of people to join us in celebrating this 60th
I thought you would also include Mr. Governor, like a visit to the governor
ought to have been here, but I think the deputy will be coming. He has assured us he will be coming. Our Mama Dupe will be coming. Some commissioners will be here, and it's going to be a wonderful day. On Monday, is it on Monday? On Tuesday, we were at Rave FM. We discussed even this like this on the Rave FM. So, today we are celebrating in a great way because rice and stew will be very, very.
Oh, rice and stew will be plenty.
Rice and stew will be very, very plenty. So it's a day for celebration.
It's
we
okay.
We are cutting the cake. We are doing a lot.
Okay.
We have lectures.
But you're not saying whether OSBC is invited or not.
No, we are very much invited. We will a lot. We have invited. The GM is invited. Everybody.
Our permanent secretary.
Come all. The PS. Please, if you have not received our invitation, we are all welcome.
Okay.
Please celebrate with us.
All right. Yes, time is out, but there's something in a few seconds.
Yeah.
Your offices always filled with a crowd of people waiting for their. Now, in case of complaints and the like, is your office open to members of the public who may wish to approach you for?
Yes, we are well opened. Of recent, you observe that there are no much people like it used to be because of the appointment system.
Okay.
So if you are not an appointment, you can't just come in. But whereby you have something to tell us, you can always come in. For example, my office is open. Just come in, fill the form. You want to see the controller, tell them whatever that. Just fill it in the form that it's an information that you must give to me or complaint. I'm opened, and then your problem will be resolved.
Thank you.
So we are here to serve. Thank you very much.
Yes, as I say, happy celebration. On the conversation this morning, we have looked at the credits, discredits in the journey of immigration service in Nigeria, the challenges ahead, and the solutions in sight. The controller in the state sounds very confident. Well, one good turn deserves another, so they say. But one of the high points of the conversation this morning is the truth that for our people out there is no paradise on earth except for the ones we create by ourselves. So for those of us who are so desirous to go to other places, our controller in Osun has enlightened us again this morning that there are so many things we have to be knowledgeable about, and their offices are open. They are not just for arrest, and I think they even do less of arrest anyway.
Yeah, we do more of arrest.
So I think
we are to serve the people.
To serve the people. Yeah. So special thanks to our guest, the controller of Osun Immigration Service, Mrs. Bulupe Oladoyin Bewaji, PCC. Thank you very much. Together with the team on our entourage led by the PRO, yes, Superintendent, Chief Superintendent. Thank you, Mr. Moyosade. Is a fantastic colleague of mine. Thank you so much. We appreciate your efforts and every other person on the entourage. At the MCR, BTR, all contributors, all hands on deck, everybody is appreciated. The producer, Olushola Agunle, special thanks. Executive producer, Olasukomi Oyebayo. Yes, until the very date, although Madam has not announced the date for the rice and stew plenty.
It's today.
It's today.
It's today.
All roads lead to immigration service Osun.
Yes.
Yes. Well, till we come.
Time for celebration.
Till we come your way same time tomorrow. Another edition of AM Cafe. My name is Benga Famino. Appreciating you for tuning in and wishing you a blessed day ahead. Goodbye and God bless.